Right, getting onto the driving line, getting our visual scanning, looking far down the road around those corners. And as you discovered yesterday, we will need 100% focus 100% of the time. So sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and clear your minds. Focus on the drive. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about shift points. Just want to point out, first car behind the lead car is an automatic. That is going to have different shift points than the manual car. So if you're in a manual, once we get on track, just go to fourth gear, and I'll talk about the shift points once we get Lou in behind the lead car, get you that timing. But for now, just leave it in fourth, don't worry about it. And then John, when you go to the back, you're going to stick to the same shift points that we talk about, as I will start talking about the manual transmission shift points. We'll give the group ahead of us a little breathing room before we set off. We'll go and work our way onto the circuit. As we work our way towards turn 10, we'll work our way up to the gears, up to third gear. And we'll get to the turn-in point, looking through to the right here, John. We get almost all the car on the apex curve here in turn 10. Give us plenty of room to unwind. Good line, good apex. And John, going to upshift to fourth gear. And up into fifth. The manual driver, just going to make sure we're in fourth gear here for the first couple laps. Okay, he'll be long in line on the brakes. And then John, downshift to fourth gear there. Looking through to the right. As we put the apex, when we look for turn 2, just unwind. Beautiful line right out of the gate, John, doing really well. Looking across this large corner here in turn 2. We'll get that apex next time. We just want to graze it a little bit. Looking all the way to the top of the hill, and upshift to fifth gear. Car, look to the right, downshift to fourth, so look to the right, John, through the corner, there you go. We don't want to look straight ahead and just drive off the cliff at the top of turn 3. We want to look through the corner so we can get down to that apex effortlessly. Get a nice unwind off the corner, looking for turn 4. And slowing it down a touch, looking through to the left. Get up on this apex here to the left side, looking for turn 5. Start to brake, downshift to third, looking left. Remember to stay off the entrance curve though, John. It's a little more slippery there. And upshift to fourth gear. And Steven, just wait a little longer to turn in for turn 5 there to get a little straighter exit. As we work our way through the S's, keep those eyes up, team. Looking at the horizon, letting the car move underneath us. Go, John, accelerate out. There you go. Just keep the hands at 9 and 3. We're going to downshift to third, and then looking through to the right. Looking for turn 10. Just keeping those eyes up, looking a little bit further. We're going to start picking up the pace just a little bit. Balance with the brakes. Nice job at the turn-in. Wait a little longer, wait till we're coming off the corner to add that throttle so we don't push that front end. Up to fourth. And up into fifth gear. Down to fourth gear there, looking through to the right. So just reflect on the shifting exercise. We start to brake, then do the downshift. Now we're just adding corner entry. Now we're going just a touch faster, just stay calm in the car, same visual references, same car placement. Looking to the top of the hill, upshift to fifth gear there, John, and just be a little closer to that white cone, guys. At the near apex, we want to be pretty close to that one. Down to fourth gear, John, working our way into turn 3, let's touch that curving at the apex. gears, looking left. And nicely done, up to fourth. Just straddle that seam in the pavement after that little sharp left turn. That'll help you set up for the next corners. You go, nice job in turn 7, slowing it down there, downshift to third. And if you look for the turn in from turn 9, you'll see the apex, but you'll line up just on that right hand side. You won't swing out to the middle there. Then we're in the wrong spot or facing the wrong direction when we turn in. We lose a lot of ground out of turn 9. Down to the turn in, looking through to the right. Upshift to fourth gear. And up into fifth. And looking good all the way to the back, guys. Keep it up. We're going down the apex of turn 1 here, John. Looking for turn 2. John, you're doing really good getting into the corners, but we're fixating on the apex, and so when we get to it, you kind of jerk the wheel and straighten it back out again. So looking for the exit is just as important as looking into the corner. Okay, looking through to the right, you can see through the corner, there you go, down to fourth gear. Notice you're giving yourself a little more time to think about the corner, looking further. Just kind of gradually work your way. Again, it's not a quick jerk of the wheel to start the corner. The turn-in point is just where you start to turn the wheel. And you can gradually work your way down. Thinking about that, you're really doing a U-turn there in turn 3. So it's a gradual front speed. That'll help you get to it. And down to third, looking left. Waiting a little longer for that turn-in point. Notice when we cut the corner, we're going to hold that steering all the way to the exit. So wait for that turn a little longer, John. That'll give you a straighter exit. Alright, you're keeping in fourth gear for the S's. So that's even further out to the side. Watch how you close in there, and then you're just parking it there in turn 9. So the goal is to just kind of follow my tracks there, John. And yeah, you can get a little ground in turn 8, but you lose a lot all the way out of turn 9. We're going to dial back and gather up the group, and we'll do a driver change as well, John. So pull over to the right side for me. And John, you can bring your car to stop. Now remember, John, I'm going to talk about shifting for the manual drivers, so stick with what we talked about, and you'll hear a little bit different, but keep working on that driving line, and just turn 8 there. Just get there at the last second versus the first thing, and that'll give you a good setup in 9. So John, you're going to drop in behind the blue number 6 car. Blue, come on up. About 5 car lengths, about half where you're at. Looking better there. And we'll be in third gear for turn 1. Yeah, use this little straightaway here, Lou. Let's close that gap about a third of where you're following right now. Because if I'm that far out, then I'm just going to be coasting and waiting for you, and then you'll just brake sooner, and you'll have a hard time seeing that driving line. So I want you to tailgate me more or less. Looking to the top of the hill. Upshift to fourth gear there. Looking through to the right, through the corner, downshifting to third. Carry the brake if you need to keep the car balanced as the ground drops away from us. And we'll leave it in third gear for the remainder of the lap. That's all it is for shifting. We'll get to fourth gear on the straightaway next time, but just those 2 spots we get to fourth gear. Just kind of reflect, Lou, on the turning points and the apexes. Again, don't worry about what the cones even mean. You'll figure out what you need to do there. Just corner with the right path. And a good way to remember which curbs to drive over, the cones with the green collars is where it's okay to drive over the green curbs. So guys, when we come around that long right-hand corner, we want to be on the right side at the apex, and then also keep the car on the right-hand side. And so if we cut the corner just a little bit, we have no choice but to go wider. And it's all about setting up for the left-hand turn as we come through turn number 8. And we'll go up to 4th gear on the straight. Then downshift to 3rd there, looking through to the right. And look all the way to the turn in for turn 3. Upshift to 4th gear. Start slowing the car down. Shift to 3rd. Where are we looking? We're looking through the corner. There you go. Try not to grab the top of the wheel, Lou, and then pull down on it. Just keep the hands at 9 and 3. Get around the whole track, leaving your hands in the right spot on the wheel. Nice exit off the corner. Let's get out to the turn-in point. Looking through to the left. There you go. And we're going to unwind, team. We're going to pass this other group safely on the right-hand side. And through the left into the S. Start looking for turn 7 from back there. Let's work our way out to the turn-in for turn 8, and just follow my tracks through here, Lou. Take the same path that I'm taking, so that when we apex, we just keep the car on the very right-hand side. And all we have to do is turn left, down to the apex, then we look for turn 10, and accelerate out. It's a little closer to the turn-in, then turn a little sharper to the apex so we get that straighter exit off the corner. We'll do driver change, Lou. Go pull to the right, just slow your car down and drop in behind the red 49 you're falling for. Slow down a little bit more there, Lou. So Bob, we're just getting in the corners a little bit early. So recognize, guys, sometimes the turn-in point, we'll see it at our hood, but we're not quite there yet. So make sure that's where the car is at when we enter into the corner. That'll give us a straighter exit. And squeeze my throttle through there, Bob. Looking up the top of the hill for turn 3. Upshift to 4th gear. Looking through to the right, down to 3rd. So we also, as a kind of a group, seeing it from everybody, we still have our horse blinders on. We're looking straight ahead everywhere, and those work really well on drag strips, but on the windy course, we need to look left and right, and that's why they put that clear glass in those side windows sometimes to some of those sharper corners. This will be one of those here, Bob. Look out our driver's side windows. We work our way through turn 5, and look for the end of the straight. So we cut the corner just a little bit there, Bob. We didn't quite get to the turn-in, and you can assess that yourself. Are we unwinding the wheel after the apex, or are we holding onto our steering input? If we hold on to that steering input, we're cutting into that corner a little early, so make a little mental note of that so you can adjust for future reference. See how we're I get to that turn, we're just keeping our hands still through the exit of the corner there. Remember that apex, it should be about where we begin to unwind the steering wheel. Making our way down to the turn-in, looking through to the right. So we're just venturing, we're kind of getting towards the middle, and you see the ground we lose on corner exit there from turning in too soon. Downshift to third, looking through to the right. Now to the turn-in, looking through to the right. Nice job there. Straight that apex curve, squeezing the throttle there, Bob. Upshift to fourth. Down to third, looking through to the right. Try not to add throttle too soon so we don't lose that front end grip and go wide around the apex. And turn to the left. So we're almost entering from the left side. Look how we're just going by that exit curve. So use that turn-in point. That's why we got those cones out there to take the guesswork out. Nice rhythm through there, Bob. All the way to the S's, start straightening that wheel out. That's when you get to that proper turning. Good job. So if you hit turn 10 dialed in, Bob, you have to slow down a little bit, get to that turning point. You can always bring the car back into the apex. That car pointed in the correct direction. We're going to dial back here, Bob, and get the group gathered up on the straight. And we'll do a driver change as well, but pull to the right. And Bob, you just bring your car to a stop. So we get Steven in behind the lead car, followed by John. Stay to the right there, Bob. Stay to the right. Stay to the right. So Lou, we're starting to cut those corners even earlier. Just be mindful of those turn-in points. So come on up, stay in left. And then Bob, you'll drop in behind the 111 car here coming up on you. All right, team, we'll get those manuals back up to third gear for turn 1. We'll just balance in here, Steven, right down to the apex. Start squeezing into the throttle through turn 2. Upshift to fourth gear. Slowing it down, downshifting to third, looking through to the right. Just give that apex just a little bit on the early side. Just slow the hands down and get to that apex a little bit later. Steven, looking through to turn 7. Keep those signs up. Continue on that car placement. Use that brake to balance to help it turn. Slowing it down for turn 8. Again, that super late apex start. Looking for the turn in for turn 9. for turn 10, scanning through to the right. Looking through to the right. Start rolling them throttles. Stay with me here, Steven. One more, all the way down. Up to fourth. There you go. Down to third. Let's look through to the right. Remember, slow your steering wheel down. Just keep moving a little at a time. We started a little early on our steering input that time too. Notice when try not to cut the corners, that's actually how you go further from the apex. Bring it back to the apex, and you just point it down straight away. So Lou, stay focused, looking a little further through those corners. 100% focused on the drive. So John, just remember those turn-in points. When we cut those corners, we pay for it at corner exit. So, and just remember, guys, those turn-in points and apexes are there to help guide us, make the guesswork out where we need the car to start the corners. Now we're just going to stay behind the lead car there. So, just, John, stay behind the blue car. We're actually going to pull offline. So, Steven, if everything's okay, I don't know why you pulled over. If you can flash your lights for me if things are good or indifferent. Steven, if things are good, can you give me a thumbs up?
Say it again.
Flash your lights if you can hear me. Steven, if you can hear me, flash your lights. Okay, give me a thumbs up out your windshield if everything's good, because you pulled over on your own. I want to make sure things are good. There we go. Keep your window up. All right, Lou, you can rejoin the group on the right-hand side. And Bob as well. We're all on the right-hand side here, kind of gathering up. So, Steven, just don't pull over when just you think that we're just slowing down. When you pulled over, I thought maybe there was something not right. So just wait for the right direction so we can get things squared away. So, team, what we're going to do is we're going to work our way to turn 1. We're going to start a cool-down lap. So let's just drive a nice formation, follow my lead. We'll get up into 4th gear in the manuals, and then John in the auto up into 5th gear for the cool-down lap. And I want you guys to reflect on, it's just a psychological thing. We did really well getting to the turn-ins, getting to the apexes on the warm-up lap, and we'd like to recreate that for the cool-down lap. But as we started going a little bit faster, some of you in the group were just kind of avoiding the turn-in point. We're trying to cut the corners, almost like in anticipation for those turns. So when we do that, you find that the corner exit is less than comfortable. So let's make sure that we drive that proper line. And Lou, you're still part of the group. Come on up. We'll slow it down for you up front here. We're going to stay in a nice formation together. it this time around. Get those left indicators on. So just remember, guys, we'll indicate to the left as we exit the track as a group, and that signals to anybody that may have lost radio communication or attention. So just be in the habit of that. That's just our protocol. So we'll line up just like we found the cars, nose to tail. And we'll leave about a 5-foot gap between the cars. We can roll the windows down and also pull up to set the parking brake. For my auto drivers, make sure that we have it in park, and then manual drivers, leave it in first gear after shutting it down. Be mindful of the other cars pulling in as we hop out, but we'll gather around as a group to debrief and then head back to the class.